Hello. How do? Hope we've all had a nice start to our week. We start today's gameplay by questioning a victim, which is going to be fun. Not harrowing at all. Let's get straight into it. Oh, hello. I need to press that. I need to press that. Doink. There we go. Right, we're on the roof, aren't we? Finally. What was the deal with the door? What do we need to do this?
Small,
physical
door.
Instrument. Okay.
No lock in sight.
Hello, Eddie. How you doing? Hope you're well. Let's see what the lady's got to say.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
She probably left after having to do my room. Nice view.
It's much nicer now.
Ah, because the body's gone.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
How long do you break up? When do you break up?
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
Nice. I'm off on the 22nd. So I finish on Thursday. Be nice. You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building.
Oh, God.
They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Should we go with a really weird answer? Or just be honest and just say, should I trash the place? Oh, nice. That's a nice way to finish the year up with the Christmas party. She can appreciate me being weird. Fuck it, let's go. There are vortices of dark energy present, but not to hell. To another place. A third place, much different from our world.
A third place? Interesting. That's probably why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Yep.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
I feel like this is a test of we should remember what the next line was. Let's go with the top one. It's gotten pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Okay.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
It's like she's disappointed this wasn't about more entertaining matters.
Yeah, I could have gone on, Kim. I could have kept her going. You had to jump in there, make it all about work. What is your name, miss, for the record?
Flazier Amondou.
Same name that Titus gave you. Like her accent, it sounds Oranese. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Are you from Oranje?
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
How old are you? That feels irrelevant.
I'm 28.
What do you do, miss? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Oranje lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What's it about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
Revacholian literature too?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
I have no intention of doing that.
That's just a phase the Revacholian hero goes through. Before they plunge into full core humanity and world saving.
Good evening, Paul. How do? Thanks for the raid. Hello, Paul's friends. We are questioning the victim in our case at the moment. Feel like we have to tread carefully. Boom, 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 boom.
Firstly have my viewers, next have my money.
Thank you very much, Paul. What's that, 26? Very much appreciated, thank you. Yeah, we're just having a little chit-chat before we get into the real investigation. We were told to be careful with her, and I feel like this is the right thing to do as well. Uh-oh. Oh, hold for a net reason.
Like having a normal conversation and some cretin begins to post the wombats and then the ball rolls. Is this back in the kindergarten? There are different levels of spam. This is the worst kind. Actually makes this Discord a worse place to be emo.
Have you been having fun with that as well today then, Dane?
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your priority.
Okay, let's keep digging into... let's ask her what is Oranje.
A bad memory, officer.
A bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something wrong.
I don't want to push her on this one.
It's the past. People can't go back to the past.
True that.
Thankfully, it's implied.
What do you do with your Oranese lit?
Nothing. You do nothing with it.
Money is very important. Show her some money. Okay.
It's not very cool, but what can you do?
Can we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
She doesn't have it.
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
I think she's taking the piss.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Really? How do you know? How do I know you've told us your real name? It doesn't matter.
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
I can't shoot her because I still haven't found my gun, because I'm that incompetent.
Okie dokie.
That's it. For the record.
The record. So official.
Oh God, I don't want to go straight into that question. Question 3. Let's do 2 first. Nice room you've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
All of the above. Here in Whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
Should we go through this to ask her the other questions?
I'm wintering.
How long?
About 4 months. Here in the Whirling?
Here in Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed up disco has-beens go.
You came to the right place.
She looks at you and nods.
She's been through a lot, to be fair. I don't want to hint to her that I've been through her shit already. Where's the door lead to?
I have no idea, officer.
That window is new.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Okay, do we want to expand on that at all?
He finds the answer unsatisfying.
Yeah, quite. I have other questions for you.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
That's a much better phrased question than the previous one. They tell us you were raped.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
Yeah.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
It's not that early.
She looks around. The sun has risen over the sea. People are rushing to work below.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake?
I'm kind of with you on this one, but so were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Interesting.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, her movements. If she's acting, she's quite gifted. By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Interesting. So why did they hang him? Okay, let's start at the top. Titus asks you to spice things up for us.
Pretty much.
Warming them.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
What, like a birthday party? No. I've got to go with this. I've got to go with this one. What kind of partying? Point to your bloated face. The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
No one parties harder than me.
Please, you're alive in 50. I've known people who party so hard they're dead at 14. What no one does on your level is hitting the repeat button. I'll give you that. And maybe room trashing.
What did you do when you partied?
I feel like she's got a little bit of respect for me as a party animal, and I need to push that line.
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
It must have been hard for you seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
It sort of feels... So if they've done this anyway, and they're trying to get her to say stuff, they've obviously threatened her. But also, that's pretty fucking shitty, sticking the body where she can see it.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant.
You called us, the RCM.
Ah.
Yes.
Jackpot.
Say nothing.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
That's a silly question. I'm not going to ask her why she did it. It was the right thing to do. The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Ah. That solves another problem. Nicked it. How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's God's mystery phone cutter.
And in the process, you broke the landline downstairs. I don't actually want to say that to her. I don't care. God can fuck off.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay. Let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
Yeah. What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
Okay. Make a note, we need to come back. What did they hang him for?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military. worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Okay. How do the Hardy Boys know you? I feel like this might have more of an indication of why they did it. I feel like, I don't know. We've kind of gone backwards and forwards on this guy, haven't we? We took the first story we received. Believed that. Now she's given us a totally different story. Do we believe her? Is it somewhere in the middle? How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
I don't want to ask this question like this, but I don't have any choice. Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
Kim.
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Titus?
Which ones, sir?
Oh, okay.
I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
So Titus, it was jealousy. The corpse said it's love what did me in. Isn't it? That was his quote. Not what killed him, but what did him in. And I thought that meant that somebody betrayed him. But was Titus just jealous? Thank you for telling all of this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
I had something else before we go.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Volition, 8%. We return to this later.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Okay. We haven't got any skill points, although we're near one. What's my physical instrument? Of the armor stuff, does any of that increase physical instrument? Oh, +1 to volition. I've already got a +1 on volition, so I must have like 0 on it, right? I can take a drug to boost everything in my psyche, can't I? Maybe. Yeah, we do need to go and speak to the Hardy Boys now. Let's talk to Kim. Let's get downstairs. Oh, do I? Oh, there we go. Now we'll talk to him.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Is it not going to get her in trouble, though? Why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
You would have caught it.
I would have caught it.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
She seems candid.
You think so? Being candid is the best way to lie. The appearance of candor with some facts thrown in draws attention away from whatever one chooses to omit. She may be trying to control the pace of the investigation. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our inquiries will bring us back here soon enough.
Okay. Right, what do we need to wear to talk to Titus? Which is kind of a silly question in this game. Plus empathy and logic. Probably is the best glasses, actually. -1 to logic. +2 into encyclopedia. +1 to savoir-faire. -1 to drama. I'll put those ones back on. +1 to perception. I think my empathy boots, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. Oh. These guys can be nice to me yet? Look, I'm doing really good work now.
Yes? What?
Okay, fine. No, they got nothing else useful to say to me. Go and talk to Big Dick over here.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Maybe we go with this one first. Let's go over the rape victim again.
Again?
Okay.
Seriously, man. Fine.
There's nothing actually new in
Fire
here.
away.
Okay,
Yeah,
enough.
whatever.
I don't really want to go straight in with this, to be honest. I don't want to drop her in it like this. I want to kind of get to it slowly, but okay. She says she wasn't raped.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Nice try.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Titus Hardy! Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
We need to get her away from him.
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape.
Okay.
Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Still not your job to take the law into your own hands.
This is their last play, this tape. Their story is in tatters, a mess. It might be nice to listen to, but at this point, you don't need to.
I'd like to know more about the tape, but I'm going to push it. If he's riled up, he's going to say something stupid. Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
It doesn't absolve you of your own crimes.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Okay, where did you get it?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analyst, radio officer.
There's no, I don't think this is the right time to actually him. So you've bugged them. How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is doing it?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Oh, him then.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
Where can I listen to this?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to think.
Maybe it's too broken.
So what's on this tape?
What's on it? We call it the Door Gunner Mega Mix. You'll know why once you listen to it.
Now that is intriguing. You had me at Door Gunner.
That's enough for now.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine, I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Right, see you later, dickhead.
You stare at the great Door Gunner.
Okay. Let's go. Unless she has one.
The compact tape player is still and silent. Seems it has completely broken down now. The machine was made in Revachol by a company called Le Mercier. Their logo depicts the triple-towered Delta skyline. It was supposedly built to last.
This would have been very helpful with the Megamix, but it isn't anymore.
Yeah. Any ideas?
My kinema only comes with radio. Let's try to find a new tape player.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps we should talk to Roy at the pawn shop. He has stuff.
Not a bad shout. Also, there's always those kids. Surely the wannabe DJ kids are going to have a tape or some kind of playback device. Can't remember what we need to do about these two dickheads. I don't see anything take. Oh shit! There's all these.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you, longingly, with its tape reel eyes.
Can I get a discount on this boombox? A police discount.
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Door Gunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly, it'd give you a discount if he knew you'd play something so experimental.
I'm not just doing any police work. I've got the Door Gunner Megamix here, an era-defining work. Let's do 4 real.
4 real is offensively low, but just this once. For the music, concrete, cop.
Nice. Thanks for the discount, man. Here's the money for the boombox.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Nice. I don't think we should listen to it in here. Don't really think we should listen to it anywhere other than in a private room, but... Okay, so how do I use it?
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is rooted behind the magnetic reader.
Play it.
You push Command C, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Did he sound drunk? I don't think he did sound drunk. He did say he's going to do it. You can't edit the words into his mouth.
Indeed, but...
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You are familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than you know.
What was at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
Who's this Corty?
Corty could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work.
What's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safri. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of Soldier of the Apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
What now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
Plus one to physique. We could... where's that gone? We could always drink a beer and try and break the door down. Have we got anything else that boosts physical instrument? Actually, don't. The tank top. We can stick the tank top on, what else was it? And drink a beer. Pretty classic, really. It is a white check. But what we can actually do... We have a skill point, right? Oh. Oh. She's made around 4 months of payments for this room. I think. Actually, hold on. Do you know what I might do? I wonder if Gart is going to be interested in knowing why his phone line is broken.
Hey, was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those.
Class here in room 3, she nicked the phone line.
Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building.
We have Lena. Lena is a good customer.
Yeah, well, she's not a guest, is she? Anyway, I'll forward that woman her bill and be done with it. Now, was there anything else?
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
Yes?
Now she's going to have grassed on her. I know I'm a cop, so not that surprising.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
I don't really know what this is going to do. I don't want to get it wrong. Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down.
Uh-oh.
With a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bet to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
You think he was trying to scare people?
No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
She's quite observant about the human character. Trained to observe, even.
So they just sort of turned into his coping mechanism?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, The Kohoi massacre and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Ew. Weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil. Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now you've had some more time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
Wait. No, you didn't, because... Hold on, where was the thing about... You didn't get the whole thing. You didn't get the good... Lely's punchlines. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay. I was wondering if, like, our victim was saying the thing and Lely was giving punchlines, but no, I think it's just... They were his punchlines. Hello, Blanken. What's the game about? We're solving a murder. But it's about an awful lot of other stuff in the meantime. My character, this guy, is a massive waste of space. Well, he's obviously a very good cop, but he also likes to do a lot of drugs and drink and do reckless shit. Whereas we've got the straight-laced good guy cop here. But it's essentially, I guess it's kind of like an interactive story to a degree. There's a fair few choices you have to make along the way, and what you do affects how people react to you and stuff. There's a dice roll mechanic, there's stats. And lots of conversation points are based on your stats. So in this conversation, was there one up here? Logic, look, there you go. So I passed a logic check there. Which when you get slightly different answers. And then there's dice rolls for big events, which we're going to try and crack this door down here, but we need to... That is a dice roll, so we're going to do some stuff beforehand.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
And this lady... is... We started off thinking she was the victim of the person who was murdered, but we're not sure now. It's all a bit mixed up. We're getting different stories from different people, which is, you know, how crime works generally, I think.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. Everything left to be clarified is in the column on the left.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
The body was hanging, by the way. The man was hanged. And then it wasn't reported for 4 or 5 days. Then 4 days, I think, and then I turned up and went on a 3-day bender. So the body was hanging there for a week before it even got looked at. And then I think I took 2 days before I got it down. So it was quite a bad state.
42, are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
Better not mention it.
The young woman looks at you, then the lieutenant, then you. She's clearly sensing something. A spike in testosterone levels, perhaps.
His eye colour?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
Didn't sound that soft on the tape we just listened to, but okay.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
I don't know if that's a question that's come from one of my skill checks. It was an Oranese map of the waterways? No, it wasn't.
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
It's not that. Showing off to chicks, how so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranese lit?
Don't interrupt.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Change of topic, perhaps?
Was it communism that killed him? I think we... See, that quote there, could it be love what did him in? That was when he was talking to us in our drug-addled state, wasn't it? Where is Lelystad? Let's ask this question anyway. The place, I mean.
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
So they're both from the same place.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary, cows, silos, and wheat.
Cool.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
Sex, alcohol. No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
Military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Oranje did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
I'm going to go with this question. Because that's something we've got from our dreams, basically, which I guess is a weird thing to ask, but let's do it. Could it be love that did him in?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in? What does that mean?
She seems kind of open-minded. I could say this. He told me. Or is she just going to think I'm taking the piss because... Look, she's open to mind-altering experiences. He told me. Love did him in.
That's not funny, officer.
Fuck. There you go. No, she's not as open to life-altering experiences as I thought. Perhaps it was communism that killed him.
A moment ago it was love. And no, I don't think the Union is communist. They're a couple of shades pinker than that. They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about anyway? This politics shit is a lot in the morning. Is it even morning?
Oh man, I pissed her off now.
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her?
No, it was a stupid thing to say. I think we finished this line of questioning.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Let's talk about...
Not my favorite topic, but okay.
Okay, so are you sure you weren't?
I'm 89% sure.
So you're not in... Does that mean you're 11% not sure?
You know how it is.
Do you?
Do I?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium, not raped here.
It sounds like something happened and you don't want to acknowledge it.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be as flippant if I had been?
Thank you for telling all of this, miss.
How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
Okay. Talked about your room.
Yeah?
You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
Why? It was quite impressive. How did you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-Star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
Yeah, well, I nicked a few of them.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
The collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry.
You seem to have, among other things, Preptide.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Like what?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours. Not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a mirrored speed molecule, basically.
Cool, I took some for personal use. No, I'm not going to say that. That's all as far as that goes, then.
Very funky.
I think that's it.
All right.
Other than this white check, but at 8%, I'm not going to risk that now. Let's return to this later, miss. Right, we've got a thought has happened. We've internalized something. Oh, we're not going to speak this one? And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow, on the street, in the shop on the corner, and finally, in a matchbox house, sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning, a modern death. Divorce or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him, make him smaller, make him less you. Plus 20% zoom out distance, all motorics and link caps raised by 1. So that's about our history. I'm guessing he was left right before this case started. Or in between getting the case and leaving. And that's why we had the 3-day bender. I think we're alright with these for now. Don't know if I want to do this yet. We do need to get down the coast at some point.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
What she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old?
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Miss, how old do you think I am?
Huh. How old do I think you are?
She's buying time to formulate the best answer.
It's an awkward one, isn't it? You go too low, you know, people know you're taking the piss. You go too high, then you've insulted someone.
I don't know. 40? I was like 9 when OO peaked. That was what, 19 years ago? I liked them when I was 9. You couldn't have liked it when you were 40. Let's say you were 20-something. 25. A good disco age. 25 plus 19 is 44. I'm gonna say you're 44.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a university degree, you know?
44, I'm young.
Absolutely. Age is just a number, man.
Yes, miss, but for him that number is 56.
Kim. Sassy.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on, I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Thought gained date of birth generator. Nice. Your face looks like it's 58 and your body feels like it's 60. Your mind feels like it's lived for 1 day or 100. Both longer than they ought to be, the day and the century. But for how long then has this thing attached to your sentience walked the planet's crust? Time to start racking those brains of yours, Elder One. When and where were you born? Oh, I want to do that, but I want to use my skill point on physical instrument right now. Because I want to try this door. Which means I need to put on the tank top. And I need to drink a beer.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens.
Look at the bottle.
What a solid can of mass-produced piss water. Well over 10% alcohol in this so-called beer. Pop it open before it gets too warm. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it.
Open the bottle.
There's a satisfying pop as the cap comes off, and the hair on your back rises like an army at attention. You've been here before. Welcome back, detective.
It's
You're
one beer.
home now.
It'll be fine. What will be the repercussions if I take that sip?
Nothing. Some mental stuff. Nothing to be worried about. Physically, you'll be strong as an ox.
That's what we're after. Take a sip.
A golden sun melts down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
The deep voice is my various parts of my psyche talking to me, by the way.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry, endurance, pain threshold, and shivers. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your morale. And remember,
From the void we came, and to the void we must return.
Uh-oh. What I do realise I did wrong is I should have done not done the skill point yet, because if I hadn't done that, I get 2 chances at this roll, even if they're low.
Small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
So while it would have been 2 low rolls, it would have at least been 2 rolls. I don't think I've got anything else to help with this. Have I? It's gonna hurt my foot. Yep.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
All right, let's trash the place.
Let's not.
No, you're right. Let's not.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Yeah, I rip shit apart.
Kudos.
Okay. Well, shit. Have I got any other physical instrument stuff? I'm not going to do the barbells. I still don't know. I haven't found this guy. What's this other thought? Anti-object task force. Okay, right. We could talk to Titus. I don't know whether to go straight at him now.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
So I talked to Classio about the tape.
And?
She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Yeah. Gold? It was just locker room talk. It's not evidence.
Locker room talk. What are you, fucking brain dead? I've been to plenty of locker rooms. They don't plan rapes there. What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. Actually, I think it made her nostalgic.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Claudia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
I hope she's not in trouble now, or in danger rather. These do not seem the sort of people who like being fucked with.
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
He's just jealous.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
Women are crazy. Irrational. That's what you're thinking, right?
No.
Also, your fists are itching for a bump.
I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along.
I asked for your opinion, not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
This tape was the last chance for her to do what was planned.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Fantastic. So now you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
Yeah, guys, we should get a party going tonight.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
Nice. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. There will be blood on the streets. The tribunal, remember? I know you're tired. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you, them, and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!" That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Don't think so, mate.
Yeah.
There's silence in the room. Alan starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
Shit. There's a white check that I can retry. Shall I do the thing here? Because I've got a skill check. We could go for it now. If we fail it, you can do the point, try again. Lost a point for pushed Titus on the tape. I guess we've got to do this now. Convinced. Let's have a go. Let's have a roll now. Come on. Come on, Lady Luck.
Plaza is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them really good.
No, but I failed this check, so I don't want to do any of these. Should we play an imaginary fiddle? Okay, man, it's clear you're being played like a fiddle.
No, we fucking ain't, asshole. No one's fiddling anyone in here.
No, Glenn. I want to hear this. Who do you think is fucking fiddling me?
So, because this is not in quotes, this is an internal thought. You promised me there would be good options. Where are they?
Oh, you want more good options? Here we go. So good.
Fuck. Who do you think?
I think you're losing it, Fiddle, man.
Yeah, I am. I really am.
No. No. This fucking suicide carny is trying to get to me. This ain't gonna work with Titus Hardy. Put the fiddle down. Or walk away. It's that simple.
He'll put the fiddle down. Put it down, officer.
I do not understand. This fiddle play totally fell apart. The concept was solid. The delivery, tragically off. You sounded like a madman, not a cop.
Right, what the hell can we do about this in the meantime? Oh, what was that skill check for? Because we might... Have we got any clothes that will boost it? I've forgotten already. Mirakuno. Barred door. I don't know where that is. Rhetoric. There's an intellect skill. We got any clothes that boost rhetoric before I do this? We got that. What are the bonuses on my trousers? +1 to electrochemistry, -1 to reaction speed. Have we got... What colour is rhetoric? Intellect. I thought we had something that boosted intellect. Was it an item that was +1 to all intellect skills? I think that... No. I thought it was one of the drugs. I've already got it on. No, I can't have. Maybe I was making that up. Let's risk going straight for it.
It's you again. What is it?
Convinced Titus is being manipulated. Bad idea. Bringing her up will do no good. You should know by now. Titus will never falter.
One of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker.
Good shout.
Just remember, it's about more than Glacia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they don't just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Oh shit. Well, I think it's number 1. I think Titus was jealous. I'm not supposed to have spent all those points and won a dice roll to still fuck it up. Because let's go with number 1.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
I don't think it's number 2. Do we think he was clubbed from behind? I was insisting that he was being carried. Let's go with number 2. They club you from behind, string you up and go back to drinking.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We didn't hit him, okay?
Here we go.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Lawman reaches for his belt. His voice is strangely calm.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed.
Oh shit.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
I think we push Angus. Maybe we'll get killed? I don't know. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
No, you haven't. The room falls quiet, so quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Oof.
Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Okay, so we're gonna go and talk to her.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
Oh shit, unless the girl killed it. Maybe the girl killed him. Because that was the whole thing about the armor being impenetrable. But if it was impenetrable, it's not impenetrable if he's not wearing it. I'm not going to say I'm sorry I made you guys fight. That's stupid. And I'm not going to whisper to Kim. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
Oh, fuck. With my gun? What if it was with my gun?
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves, mouths covered by blue masks, bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light, shine it in his mouth, he tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
I wonder if all of those checks I failed on the fridge on trying to inspect the body would have told us this. Why? The question?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Maybe the other one's the crazy one. Oh, please don't say it was with my gun.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way.
What if I was there? Fuck.
It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
That's okay with the fat man, still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. And there was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they've been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs, the 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
I guess that was kind of obvious. If Classier didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice. What kind of shit are we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Well, if someone was trying to kill her...
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Clausia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do if I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
These theories, not bad. Don't buy either one, but still, this guy's not as dumb as he looks.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The missing 8th Hardy. That's the other girl.
The big guy turns to Glenn, who's about to say something. The blonde shuts his mouth before a word escapes.
I'll say it again. All the Hardy Boys are right here, cop. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus.
We're Hardy Boys, and that's it.
You tell me anything about this affiliate?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to talk to.
Do I whisper to Kim? I'm not going to whisper to Kim. Do we say this now? Now we've got the information we want. I'm sorry we made you guys fight.
Me too.
I don't feel like we should be smug in front of him. But then it's there. It's a highlighted option and I haven't said it yet. Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Klasia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Okay. Now, I don't want to go and talk to her yet because I want to see. I feel like this. Right, actually, let's go out to the car. See if we got the details about this guy's armor. I kind of want to talk to Liz.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Find out more about the owner of the armored boots.
Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
We've already got that. We know this now, but never mind.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
Shoot.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Cortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S K-O-R-T-E-N-A-I-R. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09.
Neonatal Care Unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
That's pretty bloody awful.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminole conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
Wait, he was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Krenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
Well, we have his name and service record now.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of
so
steering levers.
Some more loose ends. Tidied. It won't count as one of the people informing you about the tattoos. Still haven't found that yet. We haven't found that. And we're missing one or two armor pieces. I can't remember now. Do we see... I want to see if Lizzie's around. Is that the Thingy Company one? Lethal Company guy. It is. Hello, Avatar. How you doing? It is a hilarious game to watch. I'm not entirely convinced how fun it would be to play for any period of time. I'm not saying it won't be. I'm just not entirely convinced. It sort of feels maybe it'll have the same rise and fall as Among Us. Because it's a little bit samey. I just want to see if I can find Liz. We never went this way. You've missed out on quite a lot. We've done a lot of investigating and we've revealed quite a few things. A few things have, yeah, changed in our previous assumptions. Oh, a tape. Does that mean I can play it?
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to that. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Claudia told you about. Perform it.
Oh shit.
A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What's that?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
This isn't going to go well.
The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Can't believe that was there all along. We just didn't go into that little bit. Oh, there was a thought popped up there.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
What happened here?
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure, for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
What's a bloc obscure?
A black bloc. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang violence. Or has become inhospitable in some other way.
On aerial photos, bloc obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
So this part of the coast is a bloc obscure?
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
At least they left some old music behind.
Yes, and you picked it up as part of the jam rock shuffle.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland, at least in this phase of the investigation.
Okay. Yeah, I do want to find Liz. He said she was going for a walk along the coast. We didn't go up here either, did we? Because we went that way and talked to the lady over there. Did we go in there? I want to say no. Oh, we did. No, we did. I remember this room. Maybe that means we did. We must have explored this stuff. Ooh. Kingdom of Conscience. You see dust-covered linen, dried tulips on a bed. If I stick those trousers on, I'll probably get a thought. Very snazzy.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular, normal things.
I know you do. These inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be.
No achievement for that. Okay, I'm going to take them off. What was I wearing? The jeans. +1 to electrochemistry. Okay. We still haven't found Lizzie. We can zoom out more now.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
A dead dog?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
That's enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
I don't think I'm going to get anything more out of those drunks. I feel their entire purpose was just to help me discover the whole car accident thing. There he is. Yeah, let's go see him. It's a long old walk though. We'll see if we see Lizzie on the way. There's a man and the kid. And traps.
As you approach, the man turns and greets you with a polite wave.
Ah, super. It's the officer. I was not expecting to run into you again, but things have a funny way of turning out, no?
Yeah.
What brings you down to the scenic Martinez coast?
Actually, I was wondering what you're doing out here.
Well, that's très simple. I was visiting the fishing village just north of here. They have applied for a series of microloans to revitalize the old market, and well, I wish to see the situation firsthand.
Interesting.
And then, well, I had some extra time on my hands, so I decided to stroll down here. It's quite peaceful, isn't it?
Better than Everard getting his claws into it. Yeah, it's lovely. I'm not going to mention the fucking murder scene or anything.
Yes. There's nothing like a stroll along the coast to lift one's spirits.
I don't want to... I don't want to point it out for him to go, oh, this is a bad thing for the... Then we don't want to build this market. But then what if I point it out and he says, oh, I can fix it. We'll get it fixed before the market goes. Do you see the bullet holes in the walls over there?
Ah? Is that what those pockmarks are? I might have guessed.
Ooh.
Fascinating how much history is contained right here, if only one knows where to look for it.
Oh, well, this, you see, that's good. You know, it's a reason to maintain something, right? History. There's something else I wanted to ask you about.
Ah bon? I'm all ears, officer.
I need your help forming a committee. I'm trying to assign la responsabilité.
My friend, if it's la responsabilité you're after, I have good news for you. There's no need to form such a committee, because it already exists.
Ooh.
God, of course it does. These moral intern types.
The Comité de Responsabilité de Revachol. It acts as a sort of clearinghouse for coalition activities. To put it simply, they are the ultimate arbiters of la responsabilité in this part of the world.
Yes, this is just the sort of reasonable authority you're looking for.
Is it now?
I would offer to connect you with the committee myself, but alas, I am not actually in Martinez.
You appear to be.
What? Where is he then? He's speaking figuratively. He means he's not in Martinez in his official capacity.
I get it, you're only here on personal business.
Précisément. Officially, I am still in La Delta, preparing for an upcoming conference on fuel oil derivatives.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That's why it would be extremely irregular, or potentially even inappropriate for me to intercede with the committee concerning a district I'm not officially in.
How am I supposed to contact them then?
Well, under ordinary circumstances, the committee contacts you.
In other words, the committee only knows what it wants to know.
But if you have information of a vital interest, they might be willing to entertain an exception. In which case, I would advise you to contact them via Coalition Warship Archer.
What's that?
Officer, you mean to say that you haven't noticed the giant Coalition aerostatic peacefully patrolling the skies over Revachol?
Well, no, I can't look upwards, apparently.
You follow the man's gaze out toward the west. There, hanging some distance above the horizon, you can just make out a strange silhouette. It looks to your eye like some kind of long metallic fish suspended beneath a number of ceiling fans. Not just any fish. It moves like some ancient bottom feeder gliding over the ocean floor in search of prey.
It looks like a fish.
Fascinating. I always thought it was more like a dragonfly. But isn't it interesting how humanity always finds inspiration in nature?
Why do I need to go through the Archer?
You see, in addition to being an airborne artillery platform, Coalition Warship Archer is also the linchpin of the Coalition's surveillance and communications infrastructure in Revachol.
Hold on, it's watching us too?
And listening. It has the most objective vantage point in the entire city. Not to mention a vast array of radio, photographic, and meteorological monitoring instruments.
Cool.
I find it a great comfort to know there are benevolent powers watching over all,
Really?
in strict accordance with the Wayfarer Act and the Bristlemune Convention.
So how do I go about contacting them then?
This is quite the problem. Very tricky. Of course, the Archer has orders to fire on any unidentified aerostatics that might approach it, so it might be safer to get in touch from the ground. But in that case, you would require a radio transmitter capable of broadcasting on Coalition frequencies. And that kind of technology naturally isn't typically available for non-Coalition use. Yes, it is a bit of a conundrum.
Yeah. Not oppressive at all.
I suppose there might be some way to circuit bend your way onto those frequencies, but you'd have to be one of those techno-tinkerers to do it.
Do you know of any?
Unfortunately not, no. I don't have the pleasure. I am merely a representative of the Coalition government, not very well versed in technology. But you...
The pawn shop guy, I think, wasn't he?
Sounds like something that programmer we met in the church might be able to help with.
Let me just say that I have complete confidence in the RCM. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. Godspeed, and if we don't meet again, bonne chance.
Right. Still haven't found Lizzie. You check the trap?
The trap is filled with dead and dying locusts. Most of them aren't moving anymore. You still can't see a phasmid anywhere. A few locusts trudge along the wall of the trap. The rest are piled in a heap in the corner, dead. No phasmid anywhere.
Wait, how do I get up there? What's this? Ooh. Okay. There's boxes here that we've missed. There's a box down there that we missed. What's going on over here? Okay, not what I was hoping for, but...
You see, a once bright, a slogan used to intertwine.
Okay, there's something else we can do there. How do you think we get up there? We've got to kind of, I reckon you come out. I was up here looking for Lizzie, but she's nowhere to be seen. Interesting. I need to get... I want to help the lady out. In here. Ooh. Which I'm 99% sure is the cube. That's in the ice cream freezer. But I don't know how to get it out.
Just dead and dying locusts. And
yeah, we have been up here. I won't get the lady out of the church until I give her that
an old
cube.
door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened
Facing
in
20.
a long while.
And it's a red check. Yeah, so I need to work out how to get into that bloody freezer. Because I think that'll unlock all of this. I can't get in... Once I get into the freezer, I can then... let them move in there. And get her out, move in... Let them move in. Let's see if she'll help me now anyway. I've got a feeling she won't want to help me yet.
Yes, what is it?
It's not a paying job, but could you help me contact Coalition warship Archer?
Do I look like someone who has time for side projects at this moment?
If you want her help, maybe you should help her first.
Okay. As I expected. Let's get out of here. I don't think Lizzie's going to be hanging out with these guys, do you? Partying with these dickheads. Maybe she's not anywhere to talk to. It's just the way she said she was going for a walk down the coast after they said the same thing about the official dude. Thought we'd find her knocking around. Oh, we've just been for an afternoon jog, that's all. Sweat the booze out. I can't remember where the last trap was. Let's see if she's got something to say to me. Just new or different.
Waves are beginning to...
Why does she care about the waves so much?
Oh. What's it with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen?
Alright.
We need to be out there with them. Fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
I want to open this thread of conversation with her. I want to forge the signatures, but I want to open this thread of conversation with her. I was asked to get your signature.
For you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everett's planning to turn some of the village into a youth centre.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that...
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
Yeah. Thought what exactly?
That Everett and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union members have children too.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
On second thought, don't sign the papers.
Aye, if you say so. Probably better that way. I mean, who likes construction noise?
Who's seeing you? I don't really get what forging is going to do. Because he's going to plough ahead with it and say they signed it, right? Who's going to actually care?
The policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
It's not like they're going to be able to afford to take him to court and go, these aren't our signatures. Right, let's hand it to her, see what she's got to say.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all the scribble. Tell me what it says.
Everett wants to turn part of the village into a little youth centre.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. Have you asked Lillian about this? I won't even consider signing till I know she's on board.
Okay. What are these knob jockeys got to say about the situation?
Tequila sunset.
Don't know if I want to get his stories out yet.
Don't call Abigail.
Who are you? What's your name?
Don't call Abigail.
Tell me about your friends.
Don't you fucking call her. Hear me? Abigail?
Why shouldn't I call her?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
This is going to be horrid. Lean in.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail. Don't call.
Okay, so there's no use of getting anything out of him. Does this guy talk to me separately?
The legend, he's back. And firstly, I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
I don't need anything right now. Thank you. Okay, no Lizzie. So, actually, the best thing we could do is wander over to the church and then use the fast travel. Map. Today's waterfront. Okay, while we are... I still don't want to go and talk to the girl just yet. Let's go and check. I want to see if I've got any more lines with him. Now I know the guy's name and starting to work out what's happening.
Work! Right to work!
Are you a mercenary?
No. It just has to be said. That was not a convincing line.
Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking bomb.
Here we go.
You hear a tiny rattle, a small radio, cracking somewhere. An earpiece. I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time. The man's breathing steadies, but his eye...
I'm going to leave now. That's a good point. There is another one, and we don't know where they are. Who's this? How long's that been there? We haven't used the phone for anything either. Well, where are we, Jim? We are... Hello, by the way. 34 hours. Things have spun around and made a lot of differences.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here.
Rhetoric 7. Have I got anything that boosts rhetoric? I've already got a rhetoric +1 on. Rhetoric is an intellect? No? Yes. And I think we worked out that I haven't got anything that boosts in, right? None of my drugs boost in. Oh, is this cigarettes? Yes. Let's have a smoke. I was reading about this. You can activate this. You just need to find the exact right point to activate it, and it's not immediately obvious where that is. Could you please activate the thing? Okay. I can't find it. Oh, there we go. It's underneath it. It's down here.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened.
Let's give it a go. Persuade the door to open.
It seems to have grown, despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you. A beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
Have you caught any? Have you been lurking, or have you missed out? Because a lot of shit has changed. Hello? Is there anybody in there?
The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
No.
Try again.
There's someone in there. I'd like to talk to you.
Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Was this guy locked in there? Because he was lifted up into the sky.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Mega rich, light bending guy.
You can't be serious.
What the fuck?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
What the fuck? I'd say grab it and play it on your own terms and your own times. I know you'll have spoiled a bit of the stories, but I won't go into the details of all the reveals we've had today. And you can play it totally differently. I'm tempted to go through off stream, but at some point do a complete arsehole playthrough. Just go with all of the... Just take all of the drugs. Be off my tits the entire time. Let's see what this guy's got to say.
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
You can't hear him exactly.
What?
Yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
What you can see of his body appears composed. In a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Apparently off my tits.
Mr. Diodor, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Harrier Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Sirens, a precursor of a modern Sur-le-Clair, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
We're in Revachol, formerly a colony of the kingdom of Surinese.
Ah, a fellow history buff. I myself am currently reading up on Franco-Nigerian era trains. Very interesting stuff. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Why don't you help them? You got so much money it can't make a difference to you.
There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like
bullshit.
Seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
So you travel from place to place via shipping container?
Smart, no?
No.
It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit.
This fucking guy. So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I did not say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
How did you become so rich?
To be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
And blow. Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, "But doesn't that take all the fun out of it?" And I tell them, not really.
It's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society?
Sure. And they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht?
Hundreds.
Dozens, at least. Of course, in the future, it'll all be automated. But my point is this. Every man gets what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him.
I mean, I could suck up to him and see if he'd give me some money. I'm not going to change his mind, am I? Turn him into a philanthropist. Say nothing.
Captain, makes one speechless, does it not? Blind like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place?
Yeah.
That's what you need to ask him about.
There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No, I mean, I can't even see you. It's as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
I'm so poor and he's so rich or something.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth. Among that group of individuals, it's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
So what is our coefficient?
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient for you and this individual appears to be
more than 1 somehow.
0.9998, repeating. That's not good for you.
Are you telling me that you're so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
I'm calm.
That's good.
Give me you seeing this weird stuff.
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
You're a rich... I'm going to ask him for money. Fuck it, you're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money?
I don't see how it's appropriate for a representative of the law to ask a wealthy person for money. This shines a bad light on the RCM.
Yeah, but I need to buy speakers and trainers and other things.
Come now. There is not even a cent of corruption here. I'm merely being polite. So, let me check my pockets. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 reals.
Oh, fuck off.
How much can you get for this?
It gets me almost nothing.
That's the idea, my friend. You've got to work for the rest. Maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
I wonder if I should come back with a conceptualization thing and try and get some money out of him. We should get back to our investigation. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have an idea you want to pitch me, I'm all ears.
It's very silly. What an odd side thing. I can put some money into conceptualization. It's a red check, so I've only got 1 go at it. Okay. That's why I wanted to come back here. Can I fast travel back to the Whirling from here? Or do I have to... No. Okay. So if I do that... What did we need to forge the documents? I know we need to do it somewhere where we can sleep, is what he said. And we need to go back upstairs in the Whirling, so we can do that. I will know what's going on with that door. It's 25 past 2, the day's getting on. No, I need to go around, don't I? I wonder if I should talk to Joyce quickly. Maybe after I've spoken to the girl. I can't remember her name. Class. Yeah. Hear the sound of running water. Someone's washing dishes.
The door is closed again. Nothing to do here anymore. You hear someone inside, walking from room to room. Whoever lives here must be back home.
It was the crypto-fascist, wasn't it? I thought he lived there. We're up here, shall we see? We'll see if there's any lines for Joyce, even if we don't actually say anything to her.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
Let's talk about the lynching.
Of course. Anything to help.
Okay, so we don't have anything
Sorry to have been the
there.
bearer of bad news.
Uh,
If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
okay, no, that's fine. She's got nothing new for me. So I say we go and talk to the girl then. Oh, we were going to go and do... We're going to my old room first. Right, what was the deal with the letter?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning.
Okay, interfacing. Now, I definitely know if I put the gloves on, that's interfacing. What? Is it Mitorex? Yes, it's there. I don't think we've got anything that boosts Mitorex in one go, have I? The speed. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the speed. So this day we've had a drink, we've had a smoke, and we're now gonna take some speed. It's all fine. Nothing else boosts interfacing, does it? Okay.
Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect.
Would it make me a super cop?
It'll make you into more than that. A mega cop. This is your modus operandi. This is how you've done it for years. Let's go.
Wait, but Kim's here. He'll be disappointed.
See? That's your problem. A lack of confidence. Speed can help you with that. And, Kim, it can help you with everything.
This is going to be really bad for my health, isn't it?
It's not ideal, no. But you need the zeal. Let's face it, you're never going to finish this case without cheating.
Okay, let's do it.
You raise the peptide bottle, press one nostril closed, and inhale furiously with the other. The rush is almost immediate. It tastes bitter and caustic, and stings a bit inside your nose.
Mamma mia.
Now the taste is slowly receding into your throat. The rush is growing in intensity, your little heart pounding like a bird in a cage. A sweat breaks out across your brow. Your jaw clenches. And, let's be honest, there's a little chest pain. The good kind, of course. You may want to blast a nosophed or something. You could work with this high. Like, literally work. Solve the case. File some papers. Maybe clean up your hostel room. Then solve another case. Then start a side investigation into the paranatural. Then build a radio computer. Whoa, this shit is strong. This shit is disco.
Kim, I did a little speed. I hope you don't mind. It was for professional reasons.
I'm not your mother. I don't care. Do what you have to do.
As long as you remain functional, he thinks. Now, let's get back to work.
Are there any downsides to this at all?
To this? You kidding? There are downsides to not being on it. There are massive downsides. It's a potent neurotoxin. You're turning yourself into a frayed idiot.
Cool, let's boogie.
Spring. Everything is clear around you. You're ready to concentrate on the next task in the task chain.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a speed button. Speed gives +1 to motoric skills. Perception, reaction speed, hand-eye coordination, savoir-faire, interfacing, and composure. This is good before white check, but damages your morale.
Right, I'm going to take those out of my hands. Let's interact with this letter.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
Red check.
A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
God, I want to save scum this.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow.
I pressed the wrong thing.
Modern
Ready,
ship.
steady.
Apparently, it's going to cover most. The pen is shaking in your hand as you draw a pathetic little line.
Failure. Fuck. There's a red check. I can't do it again. I fucked this up.
This isn't going to work. It doesn't even look like a name. Just a scratch mark.
Did I just ruin it?
No, it's just a little line. Let's get an actual signature on top of it, and it'll be fine.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not going to do it. Those people deserve better. You do it, Kim. Although he wouldn't, would he? Where's my fingerless gloves? Took speed for that and everything. Can't believe the high percentage checks that I keep failing.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
Jill, I'm the cool cop, remember? No. You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Yeah.
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me out of the shit I'd gotten into.
It's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
Where the airship is.
A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the moonlight.
What lies beyond it?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Aranye, the old world. The conference centers, the people who are angry at her past.
Oh, I'd almost go with number 3. Is that why you're looking over you? But then I think let's go with number 1. Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill. Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
But then... So it wasn't meant for... her?
Fucked? People after her? Moral intern people? This isn't Orionese lit. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's-Duin County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou-Scop conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Lou-Scop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
I wonder if that dude that's wandering around from the moral intern is looking for her.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Shouting out Papa Lolo is not going to help. I'm sure there are people who've done much worse than that.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people too, not just C-suite. A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
You said you studied Orionese lit. What's with this fugitive stuff?
I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at. Got picked up by a bank. Competitive intelligence, they called it. After that, I sort of, transitioned out of the whole culture scene.
So what happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me.
Hideous. You don't have to continue if you don't want to.
No, I want to. Let's get this done.
For real this time, or are you going to make more shit up?
It's okay. Tell us as much as you're comfortable with.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Your cigarette, miss.
Oh.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
It does matter, because she's lying to us again. Titus said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Or afterwards.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
I mean, technically, I currently am.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full.
Maybe we should talk to Sylvie again.
Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Is Ruby the missing party girl?
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
Ha!
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys. We called this earlier.
The Hardy Boys.
No, we know this. I don't want to say this because we called this earlier. We said that there was another one. We pushed Titus on him not being actually in charge.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
We don't think it's Liz, do we? Might be. Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
Why?
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
This is concurrent with your doubts at the autopsy about the coloring being.
There's no need to be smug about this, but last time I didn't call something out, I got a moral hit, so I'm going to call him out on this. I knew it, the colouring in his lower limbs looked faint.
About half an hour had passed since the moment of death.
She nods.
You were late. The marks would be faint by that time.
In honor of another precise forensic observation.
Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby, where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Okay.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
Ah, Angus is Titus's brother.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In a bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
You probably didn't.
Or I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, is that you'll get nothing from there.
I don't ask if she killed him. I believe her now. I don't know, maybe foolishly. We already know why she called the cops, because the body was just hanging there, staring at her. And she thought she could hide it. I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Drama legendary. I've got loads of stuff that boosts drama. Can I do this one?
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
I was right.
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
What is communism in this? I don't want to say this to her. Oh, box on the roof. But we'll say this anyway. Looks like love did him in after all.
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. Remember this silence. The lady is dangerous. People suffer around her.
Say nothing. Let her answer.
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me. Or that it was chemically induced and not real.
Why?
Easier that way.
Yeah. Was it real?
I don't know.
I'll say this one to myself. It killed him.
No. Communism killed him. Remember? Love made it possible. You know this much.
Communism killed him. What is communism in this?
You do not know. A wind of needles. Airships flutter in the stratosphere.
How do I know all this then?
Who knows? It's getting cold out. You should go.
Very interesting sequence there. I was going to take stock up on drama, wasn't I? Where's my drama? Right. Don't worry about me, love. I'm just getting completely naked in front of you. Oh no. What an outfit. Okay, so we need some trousers. Let's wear the boring trousers. We need some shoes. Fancy shoes. I don't need glasses. +1 to logic. +1 to empathy. Quite like those. They're pretty funky. We could do with some gloves. I think that's it, really. Oh.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
What does that mean?
The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels.
So there's a lack of magnesium in me?
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
I need to mag it up?
You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
You saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form?
Yes. If you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system. Just remember, it's not the alcohol. Buy more of that too. Alcohol is not the problem. And it's certainly not the dextroamphetamine, nor porolidone. That sweet, sweet
Okay, I've taken a lot of drugs in the last 24 hours.
Nor smoking for 40 years. It's the lack of magnesium and excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. It wreaks havoc on your gastrointestinal system.
Okay.
Officer.
Right, come on.
It's a fine day for questions.
97%. Pray for me.
Who?
Hallelujah.
What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
See, could she have put the gun in his mouth and shot him? And the bullet would have gone out of the window. Why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Say nothing.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
I think it probably is her real name. Although if she was that at risk, she surely wouldn't have given us her real name, because by this point we're definitely going to put it down in something. Your real name isn't classier.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good. You can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before, like I did at LCSB, I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Was the passport bullshit too? The passport you keep hidden?
No, it's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Where is this boy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
Yeah, we'll check this out.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the waterline.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugograd in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
It's not an Oranese name, is it? It's not even Monday, it's Grad.
My parents were Zemsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alasie is my father's name.
Finally we meet.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof.
Okay.
She nods.
Move on.
Her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
What if I told you you're under arrest? I don't think I'm going to arrest her.
But I haven't done anything illegal.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Should we go in the first one? You misrepresented information about the case.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
I don't want to actually arrest her. I just want to threaten her.
Please, no. I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says, gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
What? Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
What she's saying is sex.
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
Sounds like she was fixated on you.
This is just an assumption.
Yes.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before.
Bullshit.
But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching?
I still think they might have used my gun. If she's the crazy person that bought my gun. Wait, no. Because it happened before I arrived. Whew, thank God for that. When Ruby said there would be shit happening if you didn't end your relationship with the deceased, was she threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
And how could she have killed him?
You've been trying to kick that door down, right? Maybe it leads downstairs.
What does that mean?
She could have come to the roof through that, then taken the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
The noises. She said she didn't. It was quiet.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, that's it for Ruby.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Okay, I'll keep you here, miss, for now. I don't want to take her in. Well, arguably she's safer, not under her real name.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Better bloody not, especially with my fabulous outfit on here.
Something tells you, you will.
Let's change the subject.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger.
Yeah, look at me. I'm an absolute tiger.
You are. This is not the end of this.
I want to go and talk to the boys. But I think I want to go and talk to the boys not wearing this shit. And next time, we want the polo shirt, I think. No, the shirt, the thingy tie, the thingy glasses, the fancy jeans, and the boots. Oh, and the gloves. I don't know what the gloves do for me. Oh, electrochemistry. Yeah. -1 to reaction speed, -1 to drama. And we've got an extra thought. I have got a point. I assume this is going to help me take more drugs. I think I wanted to do this one because this is like another memory one. Which means I need to buy another slot, and we'll start internalizing that. Okay. Lots of things ticked off. Okay, so we've got to talk to Titus about where this ruby is. We've still got a bunch of things to do. We need to head back to the waterfront at some point. Find someone to sign the document instead of the intended signees. I wonder if I could get the drunks to sign it. Because I don't think they actually live there, do they? Maybe that's it. Okay, right, cool. Busy day. Another evening of some pretty big reveals, frankly. But it is now nearly 1 o'clock, so it is definitely time for bed. Save, save. It auto saves when I quit anyway, but I saved at the end of... I've sort of saved at the end of every day, so I could end up using those to go back, couldn't I? Yeah, look. Kind of end of each. Oh, there's a whole bunch of saves there together. Mostly at the end of each stream. Cool. Alright. Well, that's me done. Thanks for watching and hanging out. Thanks to Paul for both a 5-man raid and a 26er on the resub. Both very, very much appreciated. Should be back Thursday. The last stream before Christmas. In the meantime, I'm going to spend a not insignificant amount of time thinking about all the reveals and what's going to happen next in this game. But have a nice middle of your week. Have a nice Wednesday. Hopefully catch on Thursday. In the meantime, look after yourselves. And yeah, see you then. Good night.